I've never had hypnosis before, and the only time I've seen it is like on TV where the guy has a person go up and cluck like a chicken. And I'm hoping, oh my gosh, is that the kind of hypnosis? I'm gonna get something and Patricia's gonna say, okay, stand up and cluck like a chicken.
No, I won't.
So I was a little apprehensive and worried about, am I gonna be able to do this right? And what if I don't, is there a right or a wrong way to do it? And what if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, or I feel like I failed at what I did or I didn't accomplish? I want hypnosis to figure out some reasons of why I'm having things happen in my life or happen in my dreams that I don't know why it is, and I need some sort of clarity on some answers of things that have happened in my life. So I really want this to work, and I'm kind of worried that, like, what if it doesn't? And then I failed.
That's a common thing people do feel and think, but I want to bring you back to, you've come to about 6 or 7 sound bath hypnosis evenings.
Yeah.
So remember the first time you had it done and your feelings that were just like that, and now you come all the time, and how do you don't feel that way at all? You feel you go under hypnosis. You don't realize it, but you're under hypnosis all the time in those.
And when we do that, and I see and you're telling me things of envision or see, and then all of a sudden I pop up with myself swimming in a lake somewhere, and it's totally different from what you said. And then I come to the understanding that maybe that's what I'm supposed to see, because otherwise, why would it come to me? So it's not a disappointment, or it's not a you did it wrong. It just comes out to what your mind and what your person and what your psyche is supposed to be for you. It might not be the same for another person. They might see something else. And to learn to relax and learn to give yourself into it and totally let your mind be free and not think of all the everyday things that happen in your life and worrying about, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Do I need to do something different? Because you won't get it if you keep doing that all the time. And that took me a while to get past that, of keep thinking to myself, okay, I'm supposed to think this, I'm supposed to do that. And then just finally doing all the breathing techniques and just letting my mind go where it wants to take me on my specific journey, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And it's really a cool thing. And I'm still working on it. And I know everything will still get better and better the more I do it. But it is a process that takes time, and not feel bad that you don't get it the first time out.
Yeah.
That it's not a failure.
It is. This work is like a muscle, and you grow it every time you work with it, and it frees you more and more. All right, well, we'll get started, Judy. If we're to tell her one thing that's really important for her to know that you want to tell her, what would you tell her today?
That you are valued, you are loved, and you are a good person.
You know, every time I ask each person at the end for the Oversoul to tell the person what is something they really need to know, the Oversoul always says you are loved. And I wondered, why is that all these people that don't know each other, but the Oversoul always says the same thing mostly? What would you tell me?
I would say that comment, you are loved, is because some people don't appreciate themselves or think that they're worth enough or valued enough, or they don't value themselves enough. And so that feeling that they're given, that they are loved, is a gift that we want them to know that they do have value, because sometimes they don't think of that as for themselves.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Source. We really appreciated talking to you. Sorry, we did the before and now we did the after. How do you feel now? How does your body feel now after session?
I feel so relaxed, and my body feels good, and I have more of an understanding of what the dreams were about, and an understanding of I'm loved. I don't know what of that I'm loved, and I'm not going to be so stressed about things because I don't need to be. And I just feel great. I feel really good, and I feel calmed down, not so, oh, this, that, and the other. And it was just so relaxing and eye-opening to see the visions that I was able to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what was there anything in particular about the session that you didn't expect being in hypnosis?
I didn't expect to see some of the visions that I saw that you were able to ask me to see. Yeah. So I didn't expect. I surprised myself, and there were so many things that came up that I could see and talk through and do, and I was just surprised by the whole feeling that I had when it was done, of feeling complete, feeling loved, feeling understanding of the things that I have experienced, and other people in my family, what they've experienced. And it was just a great overall wonderful acceptance and knowledge that I learned about what I was thinking and what my life is.
Yeah, that's super cool. I like it. And then my last question is if someone were thinking of having QHHT, what would you say to them? One way.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be open-minded. Don't have thoughts ahead like I had, like, oh, she's gonna make me do a chicken dance or something, you know, because that's not even real. She's never gonna do that. But you have to be really open-minded and just be open to new ideas and new things and new experiences. And if you don't relax and you don't get into the moment and feel the sound bath or feel the music or feel even Patricia talking and her voice and how her voice sounds when she's saying things, it will be a great experience. And it will always be even better and easier the next time if you choose to do it a next time, because you'll kind of know what to expect. And I don't know, for me, if it was perfect, if it should be, but I think it was because I feel so good, so it must have been right.
Yeah, it was perfect. You the Oversoul came through and everything. And you know, you're a unique client and a not a unique client. And if I were to explain that in two ways, you're one of the few clients who realized coming to multiple sound bath classes before you finally did QHHT made your experience like so easy.
It's easier to relax.
At first it wasn't easy for you.
No, oh my gosh.
And then now, so would you describe to people the difference of when you first went to your first sound bath hypnosis class, and then you came for 6 or 7 months, and then finally had QHHT, so you got the final wrap up of it. What would you say that journey was like? Because you couldn't see things.
I know. The first time when I went, and it was like, I wasn't quite sure what it was, so I told myself, be open-minded. You know, okay, there's going to be noise, and I like all the music when I do facials with Patricia, and it's very relaxing, but I wasn't sure about this. But it sounded really great. So when I came, and it took me a while to learn the breathing technique, because it's not something that you just do once. You really do have to practice it. Because for me, I was like, I'm sucking air. Is that right? No, that's not right. You got to relax and take a deep breath and do this and that. So I did that after multiple times of coming, and it came easier and easier, just like breathing now. But then when we were down on the floor and Patricia would say, we're going to go on a journey now, all I did was overthink. I kept telling my brain, okay, now Patricia's saying you have to do this, so your brain needs to be telling you, do this, do this. And the more I tried to force it, nothing happened. And so then I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I'm a failure. What? All these other people are thinking they're doing it, and maybe they're not doing it either, but they're not being honest and saying, I don't get it. But I'm going to be up there and be honest. I did not do, I couldn't see anything, or it was hard. So the more I came, the better I got in tune with my own self, my own body, with my breathing, and how relaxed my whole body felt. And how I then learned after several times to relax my brain and to just let my thoughts go and let other random thoughts come in. Because Patricia would say, oh, now I want you to vision this. And so I wouldn't do that. I had a vision. It wasn't what Patricia wanted, but it was still my own journey vision. So she'd be saying, oh, you can see this, isn't this beautiful? And I'd be swimming in a lake and totally relaxed with somebody in white at the shoreline waiting for me. And it was nothing that she said, but then I realized it doesn't have to be. If you have a own vision that comes in your mind and you see it, that's what you're supposed to see. So I learned how to relax enough that visions would come without being prompted necessarily.
And then
I would
now
just
finally
start
you had
thinking.
your QHHT.
And not the QHT, which is even expanded more.
Yeah, because
So I was able to relax, and things are easier to do, and things are easier to visualize because I've done it with the sound bath now. And I was actually did visualize what she told me to visualize at the beginning.
Did you remember the higher self coming through and what that felt like? Can you describe
it? Was
that?
the higher self was like somebody like me looking down at myself, talking to myself. Is what it felt like. Like, okay, you better be listening up, girl. This is what I'm telling you. So it was allowing that to happen and to hear what was being said.
Yeah.
So
Pretty neat.
it was very neat. It was very relaxing, and it was good. I'm glad I did it.
Thank you. I'm glad
You're
you did
welcome.
too.
Me too.